Let's bring in ABC News contributor Kim Whele. Hey, Kim, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. Let's get back to that Supreme Court move in a bit, but let's turn first to the other breaking news tonight. The judge in Illinois ruling that Trump would be ineligible for the GOP primary ballot. What does this mean?
Well, this is how the process is supposed to work in this moment, which is that every state decides under the state's election laws whether any candidate's eligible. And it looks like we now have one other state to join Colorado and Maine to rule that Donald Trump is not eligible. But given that the Supreme Court has that Colorado case in hand, and given that the oral argument suggests they're going to go against Colorado and side with essentially Donald Trump, it's unlikely that this latest decision is going to have any actual impact on who's on the ballot in any state come November.
What's next for Trump's legal team?
In that case, could just appeal it and wait for the Supreme Court ruling, which, as I said, is anticipated to be favorable to him. And then based on the scope of that ruling would essentially dictate the outcome of every other state, including this one.
The Supreme Court has yet to rule on that Colorado 14th Amendment case. Would their ruling on that case impact the Illinois judge ruling?
Well, it depends on the scope, but it looks like from the way the oral argument went that the court is going to go straight to the heart of Section 3 of the 14th Amendment and whether it applies to to presidents, for example, rather than sort of tinker with the scope of Colorado law. There are many ways the justices could thread that needle. I think the stronger argument is on the face of Section 3. The states have the prerogative, and it's clear that the facts would satisfy, as the Illinois court just found, that Donald Trump engaged in insurrection. But I don't think there's an appetite for the Supreme Court to essentially allow the states to do this. So my sense is they're going to make a ruling under the Constitution. And once the Supreme Court interprets any part of the Constitution, Linsey, it effectively operates as an amendment to the Constitution, and it governs across the land, and it would govern in this state as well.
And sticking with the Supreme Court, what's your reaction to the route that they took here, agreeing to take up this Trump immunity case on an expedited timeline?
You know, I think it's really unfortunate. That is, there is a lot of confusion around what happened in terms of January 6th and how Donald Trump should be held liable. And we are headed towards juries of Donald Trump's peers making a determination based on evidence beyond a reasonable doubt, the highest level of due process. So the court to step in now, I think, to sort of tinker with the standard on the theory that maybe one day presidents will need some kind of comfort. I think it's unfortunate, but I'm not surprised. It's such a weighty case, but effectively, the court could push us into a different kind of government by virtue of Donald Trump being elected under the guise of protecting the presidency. It's very unfortunate, frankly, because I think this makes it less and less likely that we'll see the case go to a jury and let the jury decide the facts and the law regarding the charges that Jack Smith's grand jury brought against him regarding January 6th.
Kim Whele, appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.